Some smells make you stop, not because they're particularly pleasant, not because they're strong, but because they work like a switch, pulling you suddenly out of the present. You might be passing a temple, walking down an old street, pushing open a door you haven't opened in a long time, and some fragrance comes at you, and you slow. That moment is strange. You're still standing in the same place, but time already feels different. The first time I truly noticed this was in a temple. That kind of incense doesn't exist to smell good. It's more like the skeleton of an atmosphere, a mechanism for pulling people out of the rhythm of the outside world. The moment you walk in, the footsteps, the messages, the urgencies, the tangled thoughts, they all loosen slightly. You don't go quiet immediately, but you slow down first. And it's only after slowing down that many things begin to appear. You notice how the ash falls, how the smoke rises in separate threads, what kind of old smell is stored inside the wood and stone, how your breathing slowly aligns with the rhythm of the space. I've come to think that the reason incense in a temple feels like it has some kind of power isn't because it's mysterious. It's because it carries a sense of time. Many things no longer carry that sense. Images can be switched in an instant, sounds played and skipped, text scanned and left behind, even emotions increasingly treated as things to be processed and cleared. We've grown used to extracting information in the shortest possible time. Quick confirmation, quick reaction, quick exit. But scent is different. Scent is hard to accelerate. You can't swipe past it the way you swipe past a photo, or skip to the next segment the way you skip through a video. It always enters you slowly, in a circuitous way, settling into the body first, then making its way gradually toward the depths of memory. It forces you to stay, and staying in itself has become scarce. When Proust wrote about the fragrance of time, this is what he was writing about. The most remarkable thing about scent isn't only that it can be smelled, it's that it so often brings the past back with it. When you catch a smell, you're often not just catching that one moment. You're suddenly catching an entire stretch of time. An old room, a particular summer, a certain afternoon, a feeling you had long since forgotten. All of it gets pulled back together. This is strange, and also exactly right, because what truly matters isn't what you remember. It's whether those things can still come back and participate in the present. Fragrance is like a path, reconnecting the past and the present. It makes time more than a sequence of points arranged one after another. It gives time layers, sediment, echo. So time with fragrance isn't only a romantic way of speaking. It describes time that leaves a trace, not every moment equally weightless, equally fast, equally gone. It settles, it ferments, it leaves something in the body, waiting for some unguarded moment when a scent summons it back. Sometimes, walking down a street, I catch the smell of roasting sweet potatoes at a corner. That's rarer now than it used to be, but whenever I smell it, I stop. Not because I want to eat one, but because a particular winter scene comes back, the cold at the edge of the street, the warmth near the brazier, a few people who mattered, all of us holding sweet potatoes. For a few seconds, those people feel close again. This is what scent can do. Not make you remember, make that stretch of time happen again. The past hasn't died. It's only been waiting in a different form, for a scent to reopen it. Time like this has a narrative, because narrative was never simply recording things in order. Narrative means the earlier things haven't died. They're still participating further along. It means the past hasn't fully receded. It's only been living differently on you. And scent is the thing most capable of preserving that relationship. The atomized present we inhabit, by contrast, is unscented, each moment sealed off from the others. No layered connections, no path back, no sediment at the bottom. A moment is just a moment. Once it passes, it's gone. It won't keep dispersing. It won't keep influencing. It won't one day suddenly release its smell again. This kind of time is clean, clear, highly efficient. but it's also very light, light enough to hold nothing. I find myself thinking increasingly that much of the exhaustion people feel today isn't only from being busy, it's from time being too unscented. We experience a great deal, know a great deal, switch quickly between everything, but fewer and fewer things truly settle in us. Every day gets rapidly processed, rapidly sorted, rapidly filed, and rarely does anything unfold slowly in the body, the way a stick of incense does. Without unfolding, there is no dwelling. Without dwelling, memory has no real soil. The incense in a temple makes me think not only of religion, not only of ritual, but of something deeper, that people need a certain rhythm in order to have a real relationship with time. The incense burns slowly down, not the completion of an action, but a pause held open. You stand there watching the smoke rise, watching the scent spread gradually through the air, and whatever was rushing to leave you loosens, without you quite noticing. That isn't a withdrawal from reality. It's a re-entry, only slower, and somehow deeper. I sometimes wonder, if a stretch of time carries no scent, can it be truly remembered? Maybe, but that kind of remembering is more like archiving than returning. And what we genuinely miss is rarely a past that was successfully recorded. It's a past that can suddenly come back, can occupy the present again. A past that isn't only remembered but is still dispersing, still releasing something, like incense. So the fragrance of time is not only about memory, it's closer to a judgment. What kind of experience can remain? What kind can only slide through? What kind of time lets people dwell? What kind only pushes them toward the next moment? If there's any suggestion to offer, it might not be to go and manufacture fragrance, but to stop processing everything so quickly. Sit a little longer over a meal. Take a little longer on a walk. Let an encounter not immediately become a record, a judgment, or a conclusion. Many things are not held by gripping. They're held by your willingness to pause, and let them stay in you for a while. In a time that keeps accelerating, perhaps the most worth protecting is not more information, but the capacity to let time carry a little fragrance again. Because only then does the past remain more than past. Only then can it come back in some unguarded moment and arrive again.